Hello, my name is Fenna. Welcome to Following Fenna. Limerence, the addicted, altered state of intense infatuation and obsession with another person. If there is one thing that comes with limerence, it's poor decision making. And why do we do that? Why do we decide that in fact it's a really good idea to move to Scotland for somebody we've never met? I have some more examples of poor decisions and a letter from somebody in this video, so maybe you will feel a bit less alone when your rational mind also decided to take a trip because you're in limerence. And in this video, I will explain to you why we do that and what we can do about it. In my work with limerent people, I've talked people out of making some pretty irrational decisions. People leaving their overall good marriages for someone they actually never met in real life. People immigrating for someone they've only met twice. And like I always say, limerence makes many victims. Spouses are being left in a haze. Children are being sacrificed for the limerence. And I know that sounds very dramatic, but it actually happens a lot. That in the blindness of the limerence, the parents are leaving the children to be with somebody they hardly know. And they think they are seeking happiness and that this is something that they should do. And the sad thing is that most people who seek happiness in limerence, in their LO, end up alone. And the kids, in some cases, are not willing to forgive their parents for abandoning them that easily, so the limerent ends up alone. Their marriage is gone, the kids is gone, their LO is gone, and it's devastating for everyone involved. The damage that limerence can do is tremendous. I've also seen people who wanted to stay with their spouse, but they could not leave their alone. And they were desperate till their spouse said, okay, I've had enough of this. I'm going to leave you. In limerence, people with normally calm, collected adult minds go completely nuts, making decisions that might impact the rest of their lives. And even people who are not married and who don't have children can make some pretty poor decisions in limerence, like stalking their LO just a little bit too much, move for them, give up their jobs. Money is spent because limerence can be very expensive. Sleeping pills are being taken. Poor decisions. People are lied to. Some people turn to the occult. Poor decisions. So why do we do that? Okay. Most limerents expressed that they felt alive during the beginning of limerence. Maybe for the first time in years. Most people whom have affairs but also experience the beginning of limerence express that they felt alive. So we want more of that. That's the role of dopamine. Dopamine is never satisfied with the here and the now. That's not its role. The role of dopamine, which we are desperately chasing when we're in limerence, is to keep on chasing, hoping to find the end destination of happiness and love and connection and satisfaction. And hope is one of the two main ingredients in limerence. We hope that decisions we are making, no matter how bizarre, will make us happy. We think that when we are finally with our LO, we will be happy, which is very naive. But in most cases, we don't really know that we're in limerence. We just feel that this person is amazing, not aware, at least not in the beginning, before you found this video maybe, we're not aware of the huge biases we have. And one of them is emotional reasoning. We take our feelings as proof. We think that because we love this person so much, this must mean that this is our soulmate and we should be together. We think our feelings mean something. And the truth is, they don't. But we can't see that. That's because it's a bias. And of course, we also have another tiny little problem in limerence. The fact that we're addicted, literally addicted, that we need LO. We need to calm our addicted system down. We panic when we don't have LO. Our nervous system gets triggered, our hormones are dysregulated. We go in fear-based mode if we cannot have contact with LO. And we have two little voices in our head or on our shoulder, the observer, adult, rational mind that kind of sees that maybe this is a little bit of a weird bond, and the limerence overruling this voice massively, especially in the first stages of limerence, which is infatuation and crystallization. And in crystallization, we even start to rewrite the history of our marriage, for example. We are like deers staring in the headlight, and we are willing to sacrifice everything to be with our LO. It's a force of nature so strong, wanting to pair bond in a situation that is unsafe, meaning that we cannot pair bond. And because of the obstacles, our nervous system perceives this as a very important yet unsafe bond, and in order to make it safe and fix the problem, we get obsessive and we get intrusive thoughts about being with the other person. So, are we screwed here? No, not necessarily. And I hope you've been watching my videos, and if you have, you can sing this sentence with me. Awareness creates choice. If you are in limerence and you are ready to take some radical actions that will have long-term consequences, and you know the phrase limerence or the term limerence, you can use the little piece of adult observer mind that you still have to make the better choice, even though you want to choose LO. If you know that you are in limerence, you know you are distorting your reality, and you know that the strongness of your feelings is because of your nervous system, and it has in fact nothing to do with LO, and that this is your soulmate and all that crap, even though you think and feel that it is. If you have the information that these are symptoms of limerence, you can choose differently. You know the statistics are that this will almost never works out. You know that the stats are against you and you will end up alone. And then you can use your adult mind and not make a decision now that puts a lot at stake and risk everything only to be with LO. No divorcing while you're in limerence, when your marriage wasn't that bad. No immigrating to another country when your kids are not happy with that. Not starting an affair with a coworker that puts you at risk of losing your job and income and your saving money. No behavior that can give you a restraining order, and no behavior that can hurt yourself and other people around you in the long term, in the short and the long term. Instead, talk to a therapist, talk to me, talk to your friends. Let them shine a light on this situation and let them also give you their judgment or their insight that this is a absurd decision. You're not a play ball by limerence. You can choose. Choose integrity. Choose yourself inform yourself and educate yourself about limerence, and know that this is because of the obstacles, that your feelings are so strong and not in spite. That dopamine keeps you chasing, and that deterioration is a predictable stage of limerence. You and allow will not work out. Best thing you can do is use your adult mind and use the words "and yet." Even though I think allow is my soulmate and I have this strong urge to be with them, and yet I'm choosing not to make this decision. Use the limerence as a mirror and address what is wrong, what is lacking in your life. What is the limerence showing you? Is your marriage still? Do you need couples counseling? Do you need a therapist? Is there unhealed grief in limerence? What is the limerence showing you? And instead of eloping with allow, thinking that that will solve all your problems, address the things that need to be addressed. I have a letter from someone who's coming out of the limerent fog regretting the poor decisions that were made. But luckily they are still in contact with their kids, but a lot of money was spent and a lot of jobs were lost. But this person decided to walk away, endure the pain, and it's actually a very hopeful letter. Okay, I'm going to read the letter. Hi Fenna, I just wanted to let you know I've taken your words seriously and stayed in no contact. I love that. I can say without reservations that no contact works. Yes, it does. 30 days was the guiding number, but after that it improved quite dramatically. I've improved the quality of my sleep and my focus and concentration, and I'm able to accomplish tasks as before. My issue now is accepting the horrendous professional and financial cost of my episode. I've documented everything, and now it reads as if someone else wrote it. My insane behavior during the episode is now humiliating. I'm now working on accepting what happened and not being so harsh on myself. Yes, please, after you come out and the fog clears up and you're like, oh my God, what happened? Please use self-compassion. It's so important. I'm practicing mindfulness and taking some authenticity training, quite an insightful experience. I've taken concrete steps to add more meaning to my life and not play with fire, as you once put it. Indeed, I say that. Good for you. I wanted to reach out and thank you for your clear guidance and meaningful words. Thank you. Viewing my episode through the lens of addiction was an absolute game changer and a paradigm, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, shift. You introduced me to Anna Lemke. She's the author of the book Dopamine Nation. You helped me immensely and I'll always be in your debt. I have it behind me after nearly 8 years. Keep up the excellent work. We Limerence need you, and my main messages that could be helpful to others are: first, treat it like any other addiction. Second, no contact works. 30 days is surprisingly accurate to start producing of your own dopamine, and it gets way better after that experience when you see your old life within reach. It was way better than the pain of the episode. The endless rumination, I think, was the worst. Journal. Daily journaling, if possible, is healthy, and it has a really good effect on communicating a difficult story that you may not want to share with others. Stay with it, especially during the pain and the cravings. It goes away. Accept that you are an imperfect human being. Develop a meaningful and purposeful life. Become more authentic and understand the core principles that will help you against limerence, I always say have integrity, be a loyal friend and a fierce enemy. Well, I hope an enemy to limerence. I offer one-on-one coaching. If you want my help, please check out my website. And for now, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.